I just watched Fox McCloud and His Amazing Friends, the movie, and oh man, did I have a great time. I'm like half joking, but I've seen a lot of people flat out hating this movie or calling it the worst thing ever made, when I just don't think that's true. Now that's not to say I love the movie or think it has no faults at all. I think a lot of Mario fans are used to accepting a Mario product as good, even if it's not really at that level, just because, hey, at least we're not that guy. I thought the movie was okay. I didn't enjoy it as much as the first one. With the first Mario movie, I was all in. I watched all the trailers, all the TV spots, I bought the action figures, I even got the Happy Meal toy. The ones they have for this movie aren't even toys, they're just keychains. The first Mario movie had a lot of problems, but I forgave it because it was the first movie, and I trusted that they would fix those problems in the sequel. But trusting Illumination to improve is like trusting Nintendo Land not to make a video about the next 3D Mario game. It's just not gonna happen. I think the main problems I have with this movie are actually problems I have with Nintendo and not Illumination, specifically when it comes to the actual story. As a lot of Mario fans know, Miyamoto does not enjoy stories in his games, or at least in a Mario game. Now, Mario games have always been about gameplay first, and that's something that Miyamoto has been very adamant about, and I think that's fine for the games. But with the movies, you can't do that with the movies. So when the first movie came out, it wasn't trying to adapt or pull anything from one specific game, which was okay because none of the mainline games they were pulling from had a really interesting or memorable story. The movie has a clear beginning and a clear end. But then you have this movie, which is called the Super Mario Galaxy movie, so everyone is expecting an adaptation or at least a heavy influence from the original game. This is the one game that actually has a memorable story within the mainline titles. But then you watch the movie and it's just not that. So with a bit more latitude to look for the ideas that are either as visually compelling as Galaxy is, or emotionally compelling, because Galaxy invites a level of emotion that's really appealing, that we move towards those ideas and those feelings that are compelling to us and the team. Yeah, I was really feeling my emotions when Mr. Game & Watch got done like Satoru Gojo. That really got me. One of the biggest issues I have with this movie is Rosalina. Not only does she get sidelined immediately, she's treated more as a plot device rather than an actual character. Mario and Luigi don't even talk to her until literally a minute before the movie ends. They treated her like the Hulk in Infinity War, bro. They even had a Luma crash down to Earth to warn everybody. Let's talk about the biggest change, however. The backstory. Peach and Rosalina are sisters. Now, I've seen a lot of people really hate this, and yeah, it wasn't done very well. Now, on the other hand, when going into the movie, I had zero expectations that they would actually adapt the original backstory, but looking back, I really think they should have at least brought in some aspects from the original game into the new backstory. The original storybook gave an explanation on not only who Rosalina was, but also how she met the Lumas, why she became their mother, and how they built the Comet Observatory. In the movie, all the storybook tells us is that Peach and Rosalina are sisters that got separated. They don't tell you how Rosalina met the Lumas, or why they have the observatory. Which, by the way, if she can travel through space and knows where Peach is and what she's doing, then why didn't she just go to her? The book mentions evil forces that want their powers, but they never show us what it is. Now, I don't think this is something that just came out of nowhere. Most people know the MatPat theory about Rosalina being the daughter of Luigi and Peach, which, no, but I do think the idea of Peach and Rosalina being related was something that was at least hinted at in the original game. From what we see of Rosalina's mother, there are some very notable similarities to Peach. Most notably, the hair and the eyes. Not to mention the crown and the castle that we also later see. When it comes to stuff like this, I don't think it's all just coincidence. So I do think that this is supposed to be some sort of implication that there is some sort of connection between Rosalina and Peach. This movie has so many missed opportunities, it's crazy. I really thought that Bowser was gonna go big after falling in the lava like New Super Mario Bros. And there would be like some kind of big payoff for him being mini all the time. But Dry Bowser was still pretty cool. Why was the dinosaur and the dragon from Odyssey in the movie though? And why didn't Bowser Jr. turn into Shadow Mario? This movie just has characters that appear for no reason and they serve zero purpose. Like King Wart appears in the casino inside the Minus World, which I will say was pretty cool to see. I like the music. But he somehow knows where Rosalina is and for some reason is working with Bowser Jr., even though we don't actually see him do anything that helps Bowser Jr. All he tells Peach is that Rosalina is in the Space Junk Galaxy, which we never actually see them go to. They leave the Gateway Galaxy and immediately get ambushed by Bowser Jr., and the rest of the movie is them going to Planet Bowser instead, which looks cool, but they didn't even play World Bowser, even though they're in a literal world Bowser. But alright, movie, you made a lot of mistakes, you had some cool scenes, the credits are rolling, let's just get going. Oh my god, it's Daisy. So Daisy was teased in the end credit scene, and yeah, it got me hyped. I'm not afraid to admit that. Now, do I think she should have been in the movie from the start? Yeah. That's what literally everybody thought they were going to do when the first movie came out. We all thought it was going to go Mario World, then Mario Galaxy. But now it's going to be Galaxy and then World? Was the Galaxy not enough for you? Although I am excited to see Daisy, I am still worried. Now, I wouldn't be as worried if I didn't just watch Rosalina get put in a timeout corner for the entire movie. But another reason why I'm kind of worried is the characterizations of these characters are kind of weird. I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's just different. Look at Mario. In the games, yeah, he can get annoyed sometimes, but he will always say yes to someone who needs help, even if that person is Bowser. Then look at Peach. In the game, she's very dainty. That's not to say she can't go on adventures and save the day on her own, but she's very much a princess first. In the movies, Mario hates Bowser, and they try to give him this whole arc of him learning to trust him, but it doesn't matter because he just gets proven right in the end. I've seen people compare movie Peach with game Daisy, and while I can see where that's coming from, I do see a difference between the two. Daisy is more of a tomboy, but she's still a princess. With movie Peach, we see her mainly as a fighter rather than a princess. I just hope that the writers are able to make the two different enough where they feel like separate characters. But those are my ramblings about the Mario Galaxy movie. Hopefully the next one is better. I'm expecting Wario, and yeah, 2.5 Mousers out of 5.